Scientific and technological advances are important drivers of economic performance. Technology plays a fundamental role in wealth creation, improvement of the quality of life, and real economic growth and transformation of any nation. Here we talk science, technology, and innovation. My name is Kirian Umayo. Hello and thank you for tuning in to our program this week. We have been with you on NASENI Milestones for some weeks now, and our aim has been to drive home the fact that Nigeria has great potential in advancing technologically through the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, and its research institutes across the nation, each saddled with the responsibility to develop technologies that can stimulate homegrown industrialization. Today, we will take a critical look at the activities and research programs of the National Engineering Design Development Institute, NEDI, in Nnewi, Anambra State. The institute prides in its capacity in the production of electronic gadgets, automobile parts, security device systems, and other amazing technology-driven products. We'll start today by spending time with the engineers and scientists at the Institute to appreciate their ingenuity in the application of their technological know-how in the production of technology-driven products. Next, we'll take you to the Mechatronics and Artificial Intelligence Unit, where they have products such as automated hand washing machine, intruder detection device, automated convection dryer, and rice destoner.
The project before us is a teamwork which was carried out by some group of personnel, professionals within the institute to bring about the production of intruder detection security system, which we know is an intelligent device which can help us to prevent intrusion in any capacity in the industry, both at home, in offices, even in small shops and businesses. It depends on how robust we need the security, but it can be extended to it. Its mode of operation has to do with opening the circuit or breaching the circuit within any entrance or exit system of any institute or any industry. Once the security is breached, or once the door is opened without disconnecting or disengaging the security system, it immediately notifies security personnel, something like fire service, the police, as well as the owner or the person in charge or the security personnel. How? By sending SMS automatically on its own to their phone. And it has a provision of sending up to four or five SMS to different people to avoid a situation where they say one person is out of range or out of reach. But as long as there is 5 SMS, the notification can be gotten in real time. Looking at it properly, and you look at the packaging, you will realize that this is a simple packaging from what we can get on the open shop in the market. That is to say, everything is locally sourced that we see here. Here is the buzzer system, which can enable you to know if it's working immediately before leaving your house. That is when it's engaged. And you see that it's a common thing, which can be picked in an electronic shop, but yet it works very well.
Now, this is a seamless automatic changeover. This is a modification of the normal changeover in our residential households. The special thing about this is that during the switching, when you are using it in your house, you will not notice there's a break in supply. So the feature good things about this equipment is that it measures the voltage in your house, the current you are consuming in your house, the power your load is consuming, and also the energy being consumed. All of them are being displayed here. And automatically, you don't need to go to your generator house to off or on your generator. It's done on this switch. Here we have the main, which is the NEPA supply. We have the generator switch too. So we have on and off, where you can off your main without you manually going to do it with your hand. Also, we have off, manual, and automatic, on where you can switch your generator. If you want the generator to start by itself, you put it on automatic. The generator will come up by itself without you going down to start it. Also, you can, once the NEPA supply comes in your apartment, this system can automatically off your generator without you switching it on off by yourself. So these are the future of this special product.
This is a gravity rice destoner. The work is to separate stone or sands from rice, a mixture of rice and stone. To help Nigerian economy and help us to export rice, we need to have rice that are destoned. You can see, as you pour this rice, it works by the principle of the differential in density. As you can see, the stone rice is coming out this way, while stone goes the other way. After coming, if you come to this side, you see stone coming out from this side of the machine. Yeah, the machine has a efficiency of about 99.2% efficiency.
This is one of the products we have done in this institute. The name of this product is automatic hand washing machine. What it does is to automatically wash your hands without you touching it. When you put your hand into this cavity, the soap will come out for some seconds. Then you will delay for 10 seconds rubbing your hand with the soap. After 10 seconds of rubbing your hand, I can see my hand with soap, rubbing my hand. After 10 seconds, the soap will start coming out, the water will start coming out for like 20 seconds again. So as you're washing your hand, you are cleaning all the dirty in your hand gradually for 20 seconds. Then the dryer will come up for like under 20 seconds. See the dryer, you can hear the sound coming up with warm air to dry your hand and make it clean. So after 20 seconds, to come up with a sanitizer for under 10 seconds. So the total operation is about 60 seconds complete. So that's how this thing does.
Tricycle is a major product of NEDI, Oka being the first in Nigeria to manufacture the automobile. Its components are also manufactured by the institute.
This tricycle actually have two versions. This version that we are seeing here is called the cargo version. This tricycle was actually conceived, the concept was conceived here, designed and manufactured. What motivated us to go into this project is some of the shortcomings that we identify in the ones we commonly have or see in our streets. Now what we have there is that it is very close to the ground. And putting the terrain, Nigeria terrain into consideration, we try to have the one that will be adapted to the terrain. And that is why we came up with this version. Apart from that, you can also see that what we have here is different from what you have in town. This one is made of a metallic substance and is also lag, such that the heat from the body does not affect the operator. If you come back to the components where we normally use to convey the load, it is very rigid. And it's also designed in such a way that it can go into terrain like the farm settlement, where it will be used to convey produce from remote areas to where it will be needed. Then if you look at the face was not just designed just like this. It was to take care of aerodynamics. It has this peculiar face and put into consideration our manufacturing infrastructure so that we'll be able to produce this conveniently. So these are some of the things that we're able to do to ensure that we have a tricycle that is adaptable to our environment.
These are some of the spare parts of these motorcycles and tricycles we have produced. The way we started this work is that, like the motorcycle or the tricycle, we first of all take inventory of the various component parts. When we get the inventory, we now look at their various manufacturing processes and then classify them according to their manufacturing processes. When we do that, we now start picking one after the other. We do the design, and then we go into the production of these parts. And the way we went about it is that we don't just actually go for the production of the spare parts just like that. We start from the permanent mold for possible commercial production of those components. It is when we now finish the mold, we now test it, whether it will be functional, whether it will produce the component we want. It is in the process of that testing, if it is become good, the outcome of that test is what we now use as the spare parts for these motorcycles, tricycles, and some of them are here. Now, like here, what I'm holding now is a sprocket for the NASENI made in Nigeria motorcycle. So we handled the way I explained, and we came up with this. This one is a mold for the catcher sitting. This is it. So we, first of all, did the mold. This is the various components of the mold for this. Then, when you now test the mold, you produce it with this mold. Then, after you go and machine. When we machine, we finish it, and then this is packaging. This type of package is called carding. There are different ways you can put in a packet like this. This is another packaging method. This is packet, but this one is called carding. We did carding. It's another way of packaging. Then this one is clutch housing for the made in Nigeria motorcycle. If you look at it, you can see this is the finished product. We got it, first of all, from the permanent mold we did, and then with the mold, we produce, and then machine, and then come up with this. This one is the clutch levers. You see, it's another way of packaging. Like this thing now, this is how we packaged the clutch housing. This is packaged for this clutch housing. We did the packaging. Whereas this one, we did the carding. Yeah, this one is bearing ball seating. This one, during assembly, it goes inside this clutch housing. After that, these various seatings where bearing balls are laid when you're assembling it. This and this, they are the same. These two, they are the same. Yeah, this clutch catcher too, and it's part of this assembly for this. Then other product with that, like here, what people are used to when driving on highway is that you may be driving on the highway, maybe you had a flat tire. The next thing to clear off the road, you look for stone or piece of wood to use as a wedge, and then to change your tires. Immediately you do that, the next thing you drive off. Most times they'll abandon those stones or wood along the road there, which can actually cause accidents. But we decided to develop this. This is called wedge, motor vehicle wedge. So that you have it ready in your vehicle. These two now is different method of finishing. These four are the same thing, but they have different finishing method. This one is finished by what is called electroplating process, where this one is painting. They are doing the same work. So this one, you package it. This is how we package it. You see it? Well, there's a package for it. You put it there and put it inside your car. So that when you have a flat tire, when you clear off the road, you just use it to serve as a wedge. Change your tire, bring it out, put it back into your vehicle, off you go, and then at least save the society of such possible accidents.
Now, what we have here is one of our machines for production. It's actually a CNC lathe. It works automatically, and with the aid of computer control, you can have the machining process take place. Now, because of the way it is built, it has high accuracies and repeatabilities, such that the parts that are produced from these machines are more competitive than the ones that are produced in some other conventional counterpart. So you have high quality parts produced here. High accuracies are delivered by these machines. Now, the Nigeria product can and actually has a lot to gain from the utilization of such machines, because our made in Nigeria parts can be as accurate, and are standard as parts that are done in other parts of the world. So this is a CNC lathe, as I said, for parts like shafts, threaded shafts, and parts that are circular in profile can be done here. This is a CNC milling machine. Of course, it is a machine that can machine parts that are flat. Right? It is also used because of its high accuracy and high repeatability. You see, parts like automobile parts, machine parts, accessories for consumer products, etc., can be accurately and precisely machined using this machine. Now, it also is advantageous because of time of production. This can reduce your time of production by many hours from what you have from the conventional machine tools. You introduce numerical programs there from the keyboard or from your CAD and the CAM software, and automatically the programs are read there and the instructions are used to control the working parts that produce the parts. And so it's very fast, so you can have good surface roughness values. That's finishing. With this kind of machine, your finishing can be better than what you have in the conventional machine tool.
The products by the staff of National Engineering Design Development Institute, NASENI, can only prove the fact that Nigeria can produce variety of products massively imported into this country from other nations when we have the right policy, the right attitude, and direct involvement of the private sector, especially the small and medium-scale enterprises, to scale up local manufacturing of these products needed to better the lives of Nigerians. It's now time to bring in the Executive Vice Chairman, NASENI, Engineer Professor Mohammed Sani Haruna, to speak on the relevance of NEDI as one of the recent institutes under NASENI.
The National Engineering Design and Development Institute, NEDI in Newi, is strategically located to address. The institute was established to address certain deficiencies that is affecting design, development, and fabrication in Nigeria. A lot of people create certain things. There is a lot of inventions that are not innovations. Therefore, they cannot go to the market. Nigerians cannot make use of it. For example, you hear that somebody has developed an aeroplane and he has flied it. He have developed some car and then started it. But this car, it will be in such a way that there is no appropriate design. The person you ask him, if you ask him what is the capacity of what you have done, he doesn't know. What is how long can it cover? He doesn't know. He only do trial and error. Now we'll say that Nigerians, there is an invention and you are not making use of it. It's not an innovation. You cannot go to the market. Now for that thing to actually benefit the nations or for people to benefit from it in the country, you must have design. You must know how it is done. You must have a layout. You must follow the engineering and scientific principle in its development. If that is not done, we don't call the person that has done that as an inventor. He has a passion for it, because that thing requires some expert to study it, to develop its actual design, so that if we want to expand capacity, if we want to optimize any of the characteristics, we know which area to look at. You can't do that until you have the design. If you say, what is the weight? What load can it take? He all doesn't know. You don't expect human being to, allow themselves to be transported by road or by air, this type of things that has not followed engineering. And if you are to go through approvals, through approval authorities, the first they will need is the design that you have done it. You can't even patent those things that you cannot produce its design. Now, the national engineering design is first and foremost located in Inewi because of a lot of creativity in Inewi, a lot of fabrication in Inewi, to give this standardization nationwide. Where if we have such inventions, we can gather experts who know the sciences, the engineering, the technicality of the things that are invented for this thing to see the light of the day, and detailed design and materials that are involved in the development of this. In addition, if the inventor requires further exposure or training or some skills development for him to fully understand the thing he does, and then how to upscale it or standardize it to meet the demand of the nation. That is basically, in a layman's language, the mandate of national engineering design and development. And it is there that in the early stages, in the 2010, 11, 12, NASENI has been producing components for motorcycle, initially to meet the demand of some traders in Inewi, to give them this to go and be selling in the market. So we decided in 2019, since we have been doing clutch moon, sprocket, other component of motorcycle, why don't we have a fully made in Nigeria motorcycle? Of course, when I became the executive vice chairman of NASENI, I tasked us, gathered the team, research team from Inewi and with NASENI headquarters, and say, okay, we have a deadline, 12 months on which we must have first made in Nigeria motorcycle. We achieved it with first 65% local content. After the success of this, it was launched in Abuja. We decided, no, we need first made in Nigeria tricycle. We had the passenger and cargo version that were successful. And what we are in now, improving this, and we are into development of locally designed and enhanced electric car that should have not less than 85% local content. But our challenge there is only the battery, but it is to be solar operated. Now, in a way, we have succeeded in having a collaboration with Innoson. The cargo versions of Keke NASENI been production plant being established by Innoson Motors for mass production. But most importantly, some of the mold that Innoson used to import from China before are now producing for Innoson Motors in Inewi. Now, in the cargo version, the federal government will have 20% of the turnover on this of the turnover that Innoson Motors will make in this the sales of this tricycle as revenue for the federal government through NASENI.
And here we bring in the managing director of NEDI Inewi, Engineer Dr. Arinze Nwosu.
Our mandate is to develop engineering design capacity in the country and dissemination of the same to small, medium-scale enterprises with a view to ensuring that made in Nigerian product attains global standard of competitive. So, on that note, we still have what our mission. Our mission is to make sure this particular center is the best training center in the whole world with highly productive and motivated staff. And if you go around, we see our engineers are busy working, they are well educated, and some of them have traveled so many places and acquired knowledge to impact on people who probably will come here for training. And then I would say that the institute, we have we have produced so many products in this, but I will only mention few of the products. And the products R1. The current one, we have hand washing machine. We have seamless automatic changeover switch. We have no dash switch. We have security intruder device. We have even rice destoning machine. We also produce so many spare parts for motorcycle and tricycle. We have also produced a tricycle cargo and the passenger. Before my engineer start designing something, before we start thinking of project to be back on, we must first of all think of the relevancy.
And that concludes our program for today. We thank you for watching. My name is Kirian Umayo. I'll see you again next week on NASENI Milestones. Goodbye.